Certainly the David Ruffin of cryptocurrency. CryptoTalk.fm, my name is Leicester. I'm your host, Manny the Hitman, aka Manny the Rug Puller, aka Manpreet Kohli. A recent announcement sent out from the Cytochain official account across social media indicating that Manny the Rug Puller is no longer the, quote, founder CEO of Cytochain. Letter was posted on X for sure, CoinMarketCap for sure, about 3 hours ago as I record this. Quote, we want to officially announce that Manpreet Singh Kohli, Mkay, has stepped down as founder CEO and will no longer be a part of the company. We extend our respect and gratitude to Mkay for his contributions to Cytochain. We wish him the very best in his future endeavors. The letter does not have a name, doesn't have a signatory, doesn't have a person's name as at the bottom of it. However, Manny the Rug Puller has not been on social media ever since he was pulled up on the lam and then released out on bail. He's not been on social media since. We've not heard from the guy. I'm curious who it was that wrote the letter and why they didn't want the smoke to put their name on the bottom of the letter. Maybe because they didn't want to get called up on the lam by the feds. I don't know that for sure. I'm saying that I found it suspicious that a letter was put out that did not have any sort of name put on it. Also, at the very bottom, they completely misspelled the website address for Cytochain, missing a W. You might be like, that's a small thing, deep. Credibility is critical, especially if you want to act like a business, as Cytochain presented it to be. If you're acting like a business, there's levels. You should spell your own fucking website address correctly, but more importantly, if you're not sure that everything's cool, you should probably run said document against somebody else called a proofreader to make sure something's correct before you release it in the vein of a press release, because that's what real businesses do. I'm just going to put that out there. This is not a call to say that they're a scam, although the feds have called them out in their documentation, and I would avoid it at all costs, mostly because, remember, Manny the Rug Puller rug pulled the liquidity off PancakeSwap, then rug pulled the liquidity off Uniswap, forcing you to go to their tool in order to use the freaking tokens that you were dropped. People on social media pointed out that Android and Apple app stores had yanked Cytopro from the stores. I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know if that's because of the criminal activities of Manny the Rug Puller or it's a temporary lapse. I don't know that for sure. You can still go to dex.cyta.pro as far as I'm aware, but the app's off the store. And of course, I'm a big fan. This is why I'm a big fan of not doing mobile garbage. I like just straight up web. That way you can control it, you can manage it. And if they're behind it, you still have control of the situation. So as I speak, I just pulled up Cytoswap is dex.cytochain.com and go there and you can do a straight trade of your Cytochain tokens that you were dropped in case you want to completely dump out of it, or maybe you want to YOLO in there. You know, you think it's a bullish signal. I saw somebody on there saying it's just like Terra Luna Classic, deep, which is why it's frustrating that Bleaves doesn't talk about Cytochain so he could hear such a statement and bust out laughing in that person's face because, you know, he's one of the biggest advocates of Terra Luna Classic. So to hear such a joke of a statement, like that kind of comedy, I would love to hear his response to. I'm not going to hear it, and that's understood. So, in summary, Manny the Rug Puller is no longer in charge, and they stressed it. He's not the founder CEO anymore. It doesn't mean he's not involved, but he's no longer the founder CEO, no longer calling shots. And some people look at it as a bullish signal because you should not have a single point of failure with any such a project. And I agree with this one, but we have to see what's going to happen. The layer 0 blockchain does still exist. My big beef always had been the rug pulling of liquidity from PancakeSwap and Uniswap. Here's my statement, and I'm going to put this out because it's my show. If I see them say, you know what, this was a bad call, we're reinstating the pool on PancakeSwap for those that choose to swap on Binance. We're reinstating the pool on Uniswap for those that choose to trade on Ethereum. We're going out to more exchanges because we understood that the previous guy was an idiot. We need to make this thing thrive. And to do that, we need more exchanges and we need to move past the bad sentiment that's been spread because of his criminal behaviors. If they do something along that vein, if we see that them go and spread out to more exchanges, I might be willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Do I think they're going to do that? No, but I'm watching to see if they do that. By the way, if anybody on the team, so you didn't give a name, if anybody on the team wants to smoke and would love to chat with Leicester at CryptoTalk.fm, I'm happy to chat it out because I do think that you have a community still. It's clear. You've got a cult still there that supports it and they just won't naysay, even though Manny's on record in the FBI's notes directly criticizing being in the United States, and then people make excuses for that. Manny's on record having dumped on people's heads. Manny's on record having doing all this stuff, and there's still people that are fervent supporters of the guy. So you still have the cult, and I understand that. I'm saying that if you really want strength of a community that you could have and show evidence that you're actually improved and not a scam hiding under the wings, I'm happy to chat it up and help us understand what you're really going to do with this business. If you really want to be taken seriously, I would love to chat with you on open, and I will hit you with hard questions. I'm not going to play the game. I'm going to ask you hard questions. We need to understand what drove your choice to rug pull liquidity from the two largest sources of trade that were available to you. What do you plan to do about it going forward? Who made certain decisions? Who made the decision to do the blockchain in the first place? And why do you believe that it's the right answer? Are you talking to people? Is there something in the wings? What are you going to do if people's lost money to help recoup that trust? These are questions that we need answers to. I'm open. You can reach out if you want. If you don't, great. Fine. I'm going to watch and see if they make the right choices, and I will give them praise if they make the right choices. I'm straight up, I'm on audio. You can hold me accountable. If I see them course correct and do the right thing, which is to get back on decentralized and centralized exchanges. If I see them completely disavow the decisions of Manny the Rug Puller, if I see that they're behaving like a real business, if I see they're communicating better, if I see that they're not just running roughshod with people's money, then yes, I will give you all the praise in the world. I just don't think they're going to do it. That's why I'm speaking with such confidence. I would love to see people get some of their money back that's been lost. I would love to see this recover and become a legitimate project, because I will refresh. Floki is a twice rug pull that turned into a legitimate, token. So it is possible. It's 100% legitimately possible. I am looking for it from this now that the last alleged person is out of the way. Nam was in there, which we're going to be talking about here tomorrow. And then Manny the Rug Puller is out of there. Great. And he was on deck for future. Now that this came up, now I got to kind of escalate his. I'm saying, though, we need to see better activities from this chain, from this token, from this team. If we see it, I'm on record, hold me accountable. Because unlike Ben, I'm true to my word, just haven't been wrong yet. I will give them all the kudos in the world if I see they course correct and get back on the centralized exchanges, back on the decentralized exchanges, get back to the level sets that we were talking about. If I see it, I'm there. I don't think I will. Prove me wrong. I want the smoke.